Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we are going to be creating a solar system using a normal warm star and a special cold star with negative luminosity. So without further ado, let's hop straight into this. It's been a while since we've done system creation videos, so I thought it'd be about time we did another one and we'll have a little twist with it with the cold star. So what I'm thinking is, we want two stars roughly around the same luminosity. So I'm thinking Alpha A, Alpha B, they're always quite good examples to use. So we're going to roll with those. So we're going to go Alpha A, then I'm going to go Alpha B, and a binary. We're a bit further out distance, so... Or do we use Alpha B? Do we have a bigger dominant star? Or a... You know what? No. Change of plans. So, scrap that. I'm going to go with quite a large star. So I'm going to pick Rigel. So we're going to put Rigel as our main star. Then I'm going to go with Polaris. I think it's our secondary star. So, this should be quite good. So that's... How Rigel's about an AU, isn't it? 0.3 AU. Okay, so Polaris 0.2. So how much mass is Rigel? Rigel is 21 masses. Okay, so Polaris is 4. Can that orbit that, or do we need someone a little smaller? Oh, Arcturus. Yeah, I'll go with Arcturus. Actually, that's a nice one. So we'll put it about a 70 AU gap. Let's look at the luminosity circle. So, oof. But, right, there's going to be the twisters. So I'm going to put 200 AU there. So I'm going to place that there. So I just want to check. So I'm just going to put a planet around Rigel. So I'm going to put a Titan there. So is that going to warm up? Play. Just want to make sure this is functioning. So okay, so orbiting that. Okay, so that's at 100 degrees in that distance there. Okay, so orbiting Rigel. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is delete that. So, no Titan. Right, so Rigel here. Right, so straight to here, luminosity. I'm going to press this. Voila. So now, the luminosity is now minus 120,000. So this is now emitting negative luminosity. And it's a pretty big star. So, let's slow things down. It's been a while since we've seen a cold star, but they do look funky, don't they? Photosphere, I mean, you can customize them to an extent. Since their base colour's purple, it's a little difficult. I mean, you can make them a deeper shade of anything. So let's just have a look at what we can do. Doesn't like green much, does it? Oh, that is weird. Or yellow. But I'm thinking a cold star, you know. I'm thinking blue would be a good colour for that. So, deep blue. Something like that. Got a little bit of a blue glow around it as well. Maybe a little deeper there. There we go. So a nice deep blue star. Can we make it a little... No, we'll keep it like that. Okay, so there's Rigel. Then we got Arcturus. This is just a regular star, remember. Now, how do we want to build this? Anything that goes close to Rigel is going to be ridiculously frozen. So we will see how this plays out. So Arcturus, so that's 195 sun, but this is minus 120,000, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So planets. We're gonna have some pretty frozen worlds here. So we could have an opposite version of Venus. So basically a Titan. So you know what? No, we will bring Titan into the mix. We'll build something off Titan. So how close do we want to go to Rigel? This is going to be crazy. 2 AU, I think that's a good start. Titan, there you go, man. Right, so ultra frozen Titan. Look at the atmosphere change on it already. Look how blue, the bit in blue it has. Very, very frozen up here. So minus 273. And I don't think that's going to get any warmer. So that is ridiculously cold. So let's look underneath. And that's the surface underneath. So remember, that's just the star making it look like that. If we actually go to... realistic, go to directional. That's actually what it looks like. It's just the star making it look like that. So that's how it truly looks. That star looks very, very nasty. And in a cold kind of way. Right, so surface colours. We can also customise that, can't we? Hang on, we need to go to this. Can we put 2 on as well? Oh, that's, yeah, elevation-wise, and then we need to put these to Titan and Titan. I'll just switch elevation 2 off, isn't it? So it's just Titan there. So there's your Titan elevation map. So, I mean, I guess we're going to have this guy pretty frozen. Titan's texture is really strange, isn't it? Maybe we just use the map. I mean, the map looks good enough already, actually, so we could build off that. Actually, no, I'm going to do that. Right. We're going to make it an actual planet. So 0.8 Earths, mass-wise, make it a little larger. It's that density, isn't it, that's not quite right. Let's make the mass a little more. Make it roughly, I don't know, go 1 Earth, maybe. Can we lower the density a bit? It's always weird how the density sort of ties in with the other two. 1 and 1. Or 1 mass radius it's more of a super Earth at that point. Actually, let's make it just a tad. It's annoying just to get it 1 and 1, but it's all because of the density is a little strange. But that's fine. We'll leave that alone. Cool. Now, exaggerated terrain. Ooh, could look pretty cool. Well, the ridges and stuff on Titan look really strange. What is that all about? Or is that just because we're using the map? What if we change this to, I don't know, Mercury, get some craters in there as well? Yeah. Make it look a little more interesting. Mix that all in with the Titan texture. Give it a bit of the action. Yeah, I think that's looking fairly alright. Yeah, okay. Okay, we don't need to customize the surface. That's fine. It's going to be very cold here anyway. Maybe we'll give it a bit of frozen water, because I mean that's not gonna. So that's just instantly gonna get frozen. So we'll just freeze because okay. Maybe we have some coloured ice pockets. So we go with maybe some blue. Yeah, I think that looks quite good actually. Cool. Frozen ice, that's a bit too much, but yeah, something like that light blue. I think that looks pretty nice actually. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Clouds on. Pasty all the way up and coverage all the way up. Because Titan does have custom cloud colours, remember, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's got to be try and have it matching the rest of the planet. I think the sort of bluish clouds will look good, and then atmosphere, and then we want that thick opacity atmosphere going on. So, but this time we have a blue version. Maybe we have like a deep blue. How does that turn out? So atmosphere. Turn that down. Turn this up. Oh yeah. Can make it like really dark blue. How does that look? Pretty wild. Yeah. Maybe like a pale blue, maybe. Because it is like the ultra frozen version of Titan, so I mean, it's going to have some pretty. We'll go with a pretty thick atmosphere, but so you can still see to the surface. That looks good. And then clouds, I think we'll go with thick. One set of thick, the other set as turbulent. Why not? There you go. So Frozen World Titan unlocked. Pretty cool. And then we'll go to realistic, and that's what it actually looks like. And the starlight actually makes that look really cool. Actually, I think that's a pretty damn good success. And then we're still getting light from the other star as well. And actually, speaking of the other star, I want this as a nice white star, so we're going to increase the surface temperature. It's around 7,000 for Arcturus there, so that gives it a nice. We'll let it sort itself out, but that should give it quite a nice look. And then photosphere is nice and white, excellent. There you go, just getting a faint white glow from Arcturus, but I don't think Arcturus is going to be enough to save it from this massive freezing effect that Rigel's going to give it. So there's our first object placed. Okay, next up. Do have some cool customs we could use here as well. So I'm going to go with Mibir. I do not want to delete that. I'm going to place that there. Go with Loral. That's that's an ocean world, so that'll get frozen up. We'll go with Serpens. Place that there. Let's try and get some of your guys' customs in here. What about we use the good old very young planet? That always looks cool. Maybe we have that super close. See how that works. Let's place that in there. Maybe one of the chlorine planets as well. We'll give ourselves quite a lot of Rockies in here. Oh, one of these will be always good to use. Let's go with one of the... Oh, one of the crazy cloud objects. We'll definitely have to try and sneak one of those in. I've got 2 Kepler 22Bs. Oh, this one's perfect for this. We'll have that even closer. Let's have some really close stuff to Rigel. Okay. Let's place a few more sort of nice Earth-like worlds. But we do need to sneak some gas giants in here. And I'm thinking ice giants are going to be the way to go with this. So we're going to have one there. You know, it only makes sense, you know, if we've got to have a couple ice giants chilling in here. So we'll go with those crazy enhanced Planet 9 models. But I've also got to use some other ones. Remember, I've cleared my menu out a bit, so we don't have all those mega banded objects anymore. I have cleared those because I don't ever use them. So I've just given the custom menu a bit of a clean out. So if we just look here, it's still fairly large, as you can see, but you know, I have taken a considerable amount out. Let's use the good old Cold Deluxe from the systems way back in the day. Let's use this. It'd be nice to bring this out of retirement. We'll have this as our dominant gas giant. We're going to place it. Okay, so we're going to place it there. I think that's a nice sort of suitable distance for it. Epsilon Erdani, we'll throw you in as well. Have that as a secondary sort of big gas giant. But I'm thinking here, I'm not playing with as much space as I could. Let's give these guys a bit of an increase here. Let's get a bit more space between them all. So they're the Planet 9s. Okay, and obviously we need to auto-orbit these because they are going to go crazy otherwise. So let's go ahead and get those settled. I mean, maybe this is the world of the ice, or the system of the ice giants, because I think with how many there are here, no, it definitely makes sense. You know, we'll use one of the old custom Neptunes as well. Also, we've got the main Neptune there, which we use, but we do have these old custom ones, which I used way back in the day, which are... I've also got tinted version of the Dark Spot Neptune as well, which are pretty awesome. But I have also got... Oh, we've got some really cool blue objects in here to use. But I want to use the good old Mega Neptunes. I haven't used these in ages. Let's place one of them there. Then we'll go around. We'll have to have some around Arcturus, but we haven't got to him yet. Who else do we want to use? I mean, I do like making a cool system. Let's place some another Rocky in here. Let's maybe have that in between some of the gas giants. Maybe we'll try and sneak it after the first, the modded Neptune there. So we'll shrink this orbit down a bit. I think in the blue starlight, that is going to look so crazy blue. There we go, modded Neptune there. I do want to go into the size mod. I want to modify the sizes of some of these as well, so we'll check that out shortly. Cold Thermia. I remember Thermia was always quite a cool one to use. Oh, one of the Gasser planets could be good in this as well. I have a brown dwarf chilling in here somewhere. That could always be pretty awesome. Oh, there's so many. I've got a lot of blue gas giants, haven't I? World of water, world of electricity, all that. World of ice. I think that would be a good one to throw in there. Let's have that there as well. Okay, cool. Right. Let's now start customizing these. So, first of all, I want to sort the gas giants out. So, there's our lineup. So, the giant Rigel. We've got Cold Deluxe, which is the hugest of the huge of gas giants. We are going to just give it a little shrink, but that's still going to be the dominant gas giant. 7 masses of Jupiter. That's pretty juicy. We're going to lower that just a bit. I want to have it around 4.338. Yeah. Epsilon Erdani, we're going to make that bigger. Double it up a bit. Have this as our second sort of large gas giant there. Yep. Looking good. Look how that changes as we fade out one star. You got, I think that's Rigel's light on them, but then you got this star's light. That's pretty weird. Right, then we got the very mega looking Planet 9 squad. So, again, we'll make these bigger. They're very similar in appearance. They're kind of like sister planets. Then we got the original, this really old modded Neptune, which I haven't used in ages. Good to bring it back. Have that as one of the smaller gas giants there. A little smaller than one of the Rockies here. So we have a very large rocky planet. The world of ice, dominant rocky planet in here. And we got one of Chris's Proximas there. I mean, that's already looking really good the way it's designed, actually. Then we got these frozen worlds. They're going to get frozen up real fast here. I mean, in theory, we do need to freeze them. What is going on here? Look at the negative luminosity, how it messes up the charts. That is so strange. I think the areas where it's getting temperature, that's when the surface is facing away from Rigel. So it's going to break all of these. Okay, that's looking pretty good, actually. Got quite a nice lineup of worlds there. So yeah, these two very, very similar in appearance, but they are different. This one is slightly brighter than this one. Pretty cool. Cool. Right, okay, there we go. So I'll stick with that, see how that plays out. So we'll give the Planet 9s a trail colour as well. That's the ultra light blue, isn't it? So that's the lighter of the two. The Proxima from Chris, let's go ahead and see that. So yeah, that's looking awesome. Oh my god, look how crazy it is with the stars lighting up. So we're not going to do much to it. My god, it's crazy underneath. What a world. Oh my gosh. Very, very mysterious design there. We will leave that alone. I don't think the atmosphere is what makes this planet what it is, so we'll leave it with its atmosphere. So there we go. I don't know if this one's always had an issue with its trail. Oh no, it does show up. Okay. World of Ice. That's our dominant rocky planet. Looking good. Obviously, it comes in the name. It should already be frozen underneath. It has city lights as well. Hell yeah, that looks great. That's fine. We'll leave that the way it is. Custom built already. The good old modded Neptune, that's fine as well. Serpents here. Again, that's nicely custom built for us. It should already be completely frozen underneath. Oh yeah, it's definitely frozen, alright. Let's just check those. Surface, freeze. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay, well it is now. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Laral. Again, the world, it should be frozen. Freeze. There you go. So that's an all-ocean world, but that's completely frozen, rock solid. And we got this one here. This is one of your guys' customs here, but again, it's going to have to be frozen. That is the rules of the game here. Not melt, freeze. There you go, fully frozen up. Looking pretty wild. There you go. Nice lighter blue as well. Big jump to Mibir here. Again, this should also be frozen up as well. Freeze. There you go. So two very heavy ocean worlds. They're all frozen. Big jump to Titan, which was the first one we designed. Then we got the worlds that are really close. So we've got the glowing hot world here. But that's not really going to be looking like it once we're finished with it. So freeze all for a start. We need to change those colours, that's why it's like that. This needs to change, let's go blue. Oh yeah. Oh my god. That's going to be awesome looking. Very, very reflective world. Yes, that's looking great. Oh yeah. Oh man. That's looking pretty mental. The deep blue. The super reflective blue. What a world. Give me some clouds as well. Oh, yeah. One of the strangest of the strange in this system. A bit of atmosphere, maybe. But that is a very, very mysterious world now. Look at that. Ultra reflective. Dangerously reflective. I mean, that's a wild object, that is. But make the surface features pretty crazy as well. Turn the exaggerated all the way up. Oh, yeah. Contrast. To be honest, it actually looks quite good, actually, turning that up. So a very, very ripped to shreds world, that is. That's looking really cool. Then the closest of all, we got this one. The glowing, also a glowing world. Yeah, look at that. So I can't customize the colours because it will damage what it is, so I have to leave it alone. Can we add water to it? Maybe freeze it a bit? I don't know if that will do much. Ooh. Settle water. Oh, that does make it look really weird. Oh my god. Melt, freeze. Oh, if you freeze it, it makes the blue even more insane by the looks of it. Or does it? Freeze. Oh, I don't know actually. I need to settle for melt, settle, freeze. Nah, definitely not. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that with the cool blue because that's just what makes this world what it is. Atmosphere on. I'll turn it up a bit. Have it super reflective white maybe. Clouds. They are on. Bit of clouds to it. Thick and stormy. The clouds just don't even show up compared to the surface underneath. I mean, it's such a mysterious world, this is. And I think it definitely deserves to be in here. Okay, so there's our system so far. So it's looking pretty insane. Let's just let it speed up, make it all run. Just get everyone in place. There you go. So we haven't got to Arcturus yet. There's Dominant Gas Giant there, Cold Deluxe. Got plenty of breathing space for it. We can already see some orbits are being bent. So what's that? So why is Chris's object not turning? He always does this with his words. Whenever he submitted them back in the day, he always had the position lock on. That's why. Position lock. Where is it? Motion. Don't like position lock. Get out of here. There you go. That's more like it. All to orbit. Alright, let's see how that behaves itself now. There you go. Hopefully you should sort it out. Okay. There you go. Let's make them bigger. I want to make some orbits bigger here. That's the wrong button. Oops. I want this button. Just want to increase the sizes a bit. Get a bit more breathing space in there. Cold Deluxe, I don't want objects too close to Cold Deluxe for obvious reasons. We are going to shrink a few of these down, actually. Get a bit more inner space there. Okay, hopefully should give it a hand. Second Dominant Gas Giant out here. Epsilon, let's see how that behaves. Just want to make sure the other star doesn't pick it up. Okay. Cool. So it's kind of like a cold solar system in general as well. A kind of a blue cold theme system, but it's mostly caused by the cold star, giving them those sort of appearances. But around the main star here, or the normal star. Now what's going to be interesting here is this is inside the blue star, or the cold star's radius, or its luminous proximity. It's called proximity habitable zone. So, or kind of the anti-habitable zone actually, with it being cold. So we're going to see if you have an object close to Arcturus, will it get affected by the cold star as well? That's what I want to find out. I'm going to give you a slightly eccentric orbit as well, or not eccentric, inclined orbit. Just make it a little more different. Take it off its tilt a bit. Down here. Okay, so let's try and get some worlds around this. Now, what are we thinking here? Should be interesting. Let's go with one of the Proto-Marses. This was always a cool world. So, look how small the zone gets. That's going to be interesting. Let's place it there. On the red. Right on the edge of the red. So, cold and warm negative luminosity at the same time. How does that play out on a world here? It's a very, very strange design orbit. Well, not orbit. Very, very strange system in general. That atmosphere is too intense. Oh my god, it's already so low as well. Oh, I may have to turn it all the way off. Oh man. We can lower it as look how low we got to make it. That's crazy. Oh, that helps. Let me just turn that off a bit. Okay. 99.9. Let's do that. Ah, there you go. That'll make it work. Yeah. Okay. So if I made the opacity... Okay, so yeah, we'll keep that low then. Give it that sort of cool blue glow around it. Looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I like that. Okay, alright, let's leave that alone. It's already built quite nicely. This was a comp winner as well. This was made by Pumpkins. So, cool. There you go. It's always nice to bring back the old competition objects into new systems and stuff, so let's do that. Let's give it some city lights. Let's make it actually habitable. We'll go nice white lights. Give it a nice spread as well. There's the Earth map. Oh yeah, we want this regular. Where's the randomize button? Oh, there we go. A nice big patch of lights there. Okay, right, so let's leave that like that. I think we need some oceans, just a bit, you know, it's a proto-Mars, but, you know, Mars did have oceans at one point. Let's give it a bit more settle water. Yeah, there you go. Oh, hang on, where's our water gone? Oi! I feel robbed. What's going on here? I think we just need a little more mass. Let's just make it a little bigger. A little more mass, just to give it a helping hand, because sometimes small mass objects need a little help, so there you go. Alright, let's try that. Atmosphere, what's we looking on atmosphere? See, an albedo's quite high, so if I have a high reflective object, does that stop a negative luminosity as well? Like, the more reflective a world is, does it reflect negative sunlight away. Well, I'm going to try that around the main star, actually. I want to put an albedo all the way up and see if it gets hotter or colder, or who knows. I mean, that's really strange. Okay, so try adding the water back. So is that going to keep it? I think it will this time. That's better. Okay, and then settle it. It doesn't have to be the most water in the world. It already looks great the way it is. I don't need to customize the watercolor or anything. I think that looks fine. Yeah, that's looking great, actually. I really like that. Spectacular. Yeah. City lights to boot as well. That's a nice looking habitable world. Cool. So the star, look at the star. It's actually changed. It's reset back to a yellow star. What the heck? That's weird. Okay, we'll leave it the way it is. That's fine. I mean, I can't change it anyway, can I? Yeah, let's leave it the way it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Right, so next on the list. 50 worlds. Have one of the chlorine planets, they're always quite cool. Let's go over random one. I'm going to click there. Okay. Let's place that one in. Made by Flaming Hot. Already nicely built the way it is, so that's fine. Fair nice green trail. Chlorine planet as well. Cool, cool. What else have we got? One of these old bright objects could always be quite cool. Depends if they still work, actually. I think we do need an object that's going to be hot. Let's go with good old Korot 7b. Let's go with one of those. Let's place it quite close to our parent star. Let's see how that... Let's actually try and have a planet that's actually hot. What is going on with that atmosphere colour? Whoa. That may have just broken whatever it was, but I don't know. Some of these old modded objects, man, their files are completely sort of corrupted being in this new version of the game, so... I mean, yeah, look, these used to be orange. Look, they've completely lost what they were. And I'm not sure what's causing this green effect around this guy either. What is that? Why is it green? What exactly is causing that? I don't know. What's causing that? What? That's so strange. Ah. No? Need a bit of atmosphere there, but... That green zone, that's so weird. I don't like that at all. That's so weird. Underneath it's just black. So I don't have a good Korot 7b anymore. They're all just broken. What the heck? That is really weird. Let's go with Koval. Let's try that. It'd be nice to lock onto the star first. There you go. Place it there. So we can have an actually hot planet in here. That's actually at like a high temperature. Make it closer to the star. So it takes 2 years. Let's make it under a year. Make it like a more of a Venus-like orbit. Venus orbit type. So that will really warm it up. Yeah. Well, it's all glitching out. What is going on there? What the heck? Settle water. What is causing that? What is the clouds? I see why. It's because there's no atmosphere on it, even though the game is trying to show there's an atmosphere. There's no atmosphere. There we go. That's better. Very strange. I want to atmosphere. What's that? An ATM. ATM. 2 ATM. Yeah, okay. I'll stick with that. The atmosphere a little thinner. This damn button here, that's more like it. Yeah, okay, right, see how that sorts itself out. That should warm up quite nicely. Have a few warm worlds in here. Do one of these glowing worlds still work? On a place them there? I don't know if these worlds work or whatsoever. Let's see. Oh, they got that weird green rubbish again. What is that? Oh my god, that's awful. Oh, they're horrific. Yuck. Don't like those one bit. They may have to be deleted, actually. I think they've passed their time. Past their sell-by date by the looks of it. Desert worlds, they're always good for close to stars. Let's go with some of those. Place a couple of those in there. Have some warmer worlds. Quite a planet-rich system these are. Let's take a bit of a jump out. We'll go with some gas giants. Or you know what? Where's the gases? Let's have a brown dwarf in here. Red gas, that's always a nice one to build off. Let's just make sure it doesn't orbit the main star. I'm going to place the brown dwarf there. And immediately it orbits the main star. What was that? Come on. There you go. Stay there. There you go. Good. Good brown dwarf. Right. Cool. How far away is that from this? 100? Okay, 28. It's just roughly just Neptune distance kind of away from this star then. Okay, cool. So brown dwarf. Little extra spiciness to the system. Have a cheeky brown dwarf thrown in there. Looking good. 50 massive Jupiter brown dwarf as well. Very nice. I'm just going to make it a little closer actually, just so there's a bit of extra breathing space between this and the main star. That's still a nice distance away, so we're going to stick with that. And that's brown dwarf chilling there. Give it a slightly inclined orbit as well, just to have it a little more different. Always like to be a little different. There you go, yeah. That may be a little too insane actually, but let's just have it more like that. Looking good. So this can have its own set of worlds as well. So we'll have a, let's have a nice gas giant orbit in this. Let's go with 35B Rogue. It's Rogue planet. Let's place that around the brown dwarf. But again, we don't want to make sure it orbits the main star. So we need to have it at a fairly close distance. Let's try that. So we're getting light from the cold and the warm star. Yeah, that's looking pretty awesome. Quite a dark, distant world as well. Mysterious body in orbit of the brown dwarf, which is pretty far away if you look. But you can barely see the brown dwarf even from this object, so turn it all off. Brown dwarf, very, very dim. Main star as well over there. Again, dim because it's a cold star, but okay. Orbit's on. Right, what else are we thinking? Have a few more worlds closer into this brown dwarf as well, so... Maybe one of the Christmas worlds. I mean, they're always going to be colder worlds. Could try and cheek one of those in. Glow gas, hyper. That's a very old world. LP12. That's a classic. LP12. Let's try LP12. Let's see what it looks like in the modern age, because this object has been broken for so many years from its original form. Let's see what it looks like now. It was always very reflective and had bright yellow lights. Is it still looking? Ah, it still looks fairly still. Oh my god. What is that? Look at the blue star, the cold star. What it's doing to it? Oh my god, that looks insane. Oh yeah. Oh, clouds. Oh my god. We can't change the atmosphere colour though. That's the one thing we can't do. And what did I just do? I just changed it on accident. Whoops. Right. Let's grab another one. Oh man, load. That's really annoying. I didn't mean to press that. Where is it? Okay. LP12. Where's it gone? What? It's a purple world. There it is, yeah. Place it back. There you go. Okay, so play. So it's pretty close to the brown dwarf. I think we can be closer than that. Remember, it's not a true star, so it can be more like a moon orbit, so we can definitely have that closer. Quite close to the parent brown dwarf. Again, we could have it even closer. I mean, we can have it more like that. Really close to our parent brown dwarf. Because it is still a gas giant, effectively. So, you know, we can have it more as a moon orbit than a star orbit. So, if it was a star, this would be crazy. But, you know, since it's still effectively a failed star, it can still be sort of, I guess, still a little closer. So, there we go. Right. Right, what I want to do here is I want to press this. I want to change the opacity. I don't want to do the other option. If I lower it, how does it look if I lower you down a bit? Oh my god. I just want to have it quite thin, but not too much. So, just want to have it very, very faint. But yeah, that's a good one to use the array light scattering. Yeah, there you go. Like a half and half world, a very, very mysterious world. Probably one of the mysteriousest worlds in the system is how different it can look on the day, one day side to the other day side, depending on what star it's facing. What a mysterious world this is. Very, very strange. We can change the maps on it. Let's give it new surface look. Look underneath. Let's go with a good old Io and a Europa, maybe? Pluto and Io together. Could be quite an interesting combo. Look underneath. So that's what it looks like. Oh my god. Ah, so reflective and bright anyway, but again, a very mysterious world on different sides. I mean, that is a great picture there. Just look at that. How crazy does that look? I mean, we have to make the thumbnail, have that in the thumbnail somewhere, because that looks really, really cool. That half and half look to it. Oh, it's really, really weird. LP12, it's a classic on this channel. It's been used in so many custom systems, but it really is a strange design. It's such a mysterious world. Completely different from its original form as well. Because its original form only works in older versions of the game. So yeah, great world to this day, even though it's so far modified from its original form. Awesome stuff. Let's go over a colder desert world around here as well. Yeah, we need I want to have a frozen world as well. Hot ice. Hot ice. See what that's all about. I can't remember that one. What that looked like. Orion, that was always a very reflective world. Let's have good old... What's one word I want to do is... Where is it? It's a deep blue gas giant. I'm just trying to find it. Is it ups and E? Is it, yeah, E ups and D. Let's try that. Oh, this one's got a big mass to it. We need to modify that down. Why is its mass so large? Oh, yeah, definitely lower that. That's more like it. Play. There you go, that's better. So two very sort of dark gas giants on the edges of this brand of wharf here. Shrink this one down a bit. That's better. Maybe have another rocky planet in between there to fill that gap. Let's go with this one, 1A. I'm just literally just clicking random ones that look cool now. So how do these look? So 1A. That's ups and D, but yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Really dark blue there. That's looking great. 1A. So what's going on here? Oh yeah. So it's kind of like LP12's pretty crazy colours, but just a very blue version. Let's just go 99.9. That's got a Mars texture on it by the looks of it. Let's change that. Let's go with an Enceladus and Europa mix maybe. So again, a very, very cold, mysterious blue world, looking good. Clouds, let's get some clouds here. Lighter blue clouds. I do apologise if you can hear any sounds from outside. I still have my window open when filming because it's still pretty warm here and about in the country. So yeah, please accept my apologies if you hear any background noise. But anyways, do I want to stick with that blue? I don't know if it really matches the atmosphere though, because I don't want to, if I change the atmosphere, it will completely destroy what it is. So that's too dark. Let's have it like red cloud. Oh my god, that just doesn't look right. I think you could get away with that sort of colour. I could go with thicker clouds. Let's try thick. They're turned up to max. White clouds with it. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with white. I think that looks alright. And then down here. Or do I? Maybe we can give it some patches of oceans. But no, they'll freeze, won't they? We can change the ice colour though. Oh, it does have some water on it as well. It's actually losing the water. Never mind, scrap the water. We'll leave it the way it is. Orion. So this world was very reflective. It still is to this day. Oh my gosh, that looks mad as well. Oh my god. So a very mysterious, reflective world. I guess even if you turn these down, it's still going to be insane. Oh my god, that looks mad. 0.01. Even on 0.01. 99. Oh, that is so strange. We've got too many crazy worlds in here, man. There's maybe the negative star's presence just corrupts rocky planet atmospheres. Have it as a maximum reflectivity world. I mean, that is just insane. Nah, I think that's too much. It's too bright, you can't see any surface. Hot ice, what's happened here? Similar problems for Orion. All these old moddy objects, they just don't like the new versions of the game. Well, atmosphere pasties on, what's happened here? Oh, okay, so it's that causes it to be bright. Alright, so a little bit of opacity, and then I'll just lower this just a tad, 99.9. Lower it a bit more. Have a reflective world. Again, if I change the colour, it will break it. I'm going to delete that. Actually, I don't want that. Cridonia, what's this one? This was a desert world, wasn't it? Cold desert world. We'll let that cool down naturally. LP12 still in there. Just a strange world. Let's go with Mogo. I know that's a cold world. Pylos, again, these are cold worlds. I'm going to place them in there. Yeah, okay. So they're just generic sort of rocky objects. Not too much features to visit. But again, with the star colours, it really does make them look different, doesn't it? Right, there we go. So a few worlds around there. You've got a big jump to the second gas giant. We could probably sneak another cheeky rocky planet in there. Capoodle, let's go with that. Keep that in there. So the brown dwarf's got its own little system. Then we go back to the main star. So I'll sneak a few more objects in here. Or do we? No, you know what? I'm just looking at the time. I think what we'll do is we'll finish this episode here, just past the 40-minute mark, and I'll let you guys tell me what else you want to see in here, because I think we've got a pretty good foundation. We could go further out. We could sneak in more stars. I mean, how crazy do you want this? A second cold star further out? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I think this is a pretty cool build we've got so far. So let's just get our lineup together as well. There's our gas giants. Obviously, brown dwarf, biggest of the normal sort of gas giants, I guess, if you want to call it a normal gas giant, because it kind of isn't. There's our nice lineup of gas worlds. Looking good. The dominant rocky planet there. LP12 looking fantastic as always, but only half of it is showing at the moment. Very mysterious world that is. It is such a cool planet. We've got this guy 601 degrees, so we have got the warmer ones there. I think that's a pretty cool lineup. But yeah, we're going for a more of a cold-themed solar system. We do have a habitable world, the Proto-Mars. Let's check its stats out. That's the only world that's close to being habitable in here. 81 and 2, not the highest stats in the world, but that is the closest you're going to get to a habitable world, I think, in this system. So, yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments regarding the systems. I think there's a lot more we can still add. So yeah, thoughts, opinions, suggestions. Let me know. This is coming along pretty cool so far. We've got the brown dwarf chilling as well. That looks really cool. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and save this system. So we'll call it the cold hot system, as it's got the gold star and the hot star. There we go. Cool. And yeah, guys, with that all said and done, if you enjoyed this video, let's try and go for 100 likes on today's video, guys. I really appreciate all the support. Stay tuned for part 2. Yeah, again, thoughts and opinions in the comments. And yeah, also subscribe if you haven't already as well. And yeah, that all said and done, guys. Make sure you have a great day out there. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.